Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR, and here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, the 5th day of March. Here we go. When you drink the cup of wine, a couple of more things that you need to know about it. You know that we're always showing freedom at the Seder when we're drinking the wine or grape juice, and therefore in the style of freedom it is appropriate to have your cup of wine poured for you by somebody else. And everybody does that at the Seder. Your cup is poured for you by somebody else, you're pouring the cup for somebody else, and that way everybody is acting very kingly, and noble in how they're drinking their wine, and that shows an added sign of freedom, and that's what you should do. Now let's talk about the fourth cup for a second. After you've had all this wine and or grape juice, by the time you get to the fourth cup, you might be a little sick of drinking this stuff and say, you know what, on the fourth cup I'm just cheating a little and I'm going to just drink a tiny amount. That's the worst cup to do that with. I'll tell you why. Because the other three cups, the bracha that's after them really is done by the benching. So when you bench at the end of the meal of the Seder, it covers and acts as the bracha for the matzah you've eaten, the meat that you've eaten, and the wine that you drank, and that bracha will cover for all of them. The fourth cup, if you remember, is after you have already benched. So it needs its own bracha of al hagefen val pri hagefen after it. And you can only properly recite that bracha if you've had the prescribed amount of wine, which is about 4 ounces of wine or grape juice. So you shouldn't chintz on that final cup. You should make sure to drink like a good solid 4 ounces of wine or grape juice so that the al hagefen that you say afterwards really is proper. You're not allowed to say that bracha unless you had a good 4 solid ounces of wine or grape juice. So make sure to not cheat on the fourth cup, because otherwise the al hagefen that you would say afterwards would be improper. And if you'd say to me, well, it doesn't matter, I'll just skip the al hagefen, that's not proper either, because you need a bracha after what you drink. So make sure it's a good 4 ounces or more, not 10, just 4 to 5 ounces, and then you're done, and then you'll make a proper al hagefen and everything will be good. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.